What is happening? JGamerDude here, and this is probably not going to be any surprise to anyone here, but Netflix actually had a massive leak occur. Now, normally I talk about gaming news, so this is going to be an interesting one because I do like my anime, and I do want to talk a little bit about this because there are a few shows in here that I'm actually very interested in myself. More specifically, shows that I didn't know these were only going to be on Netflix, so I'm going to have to go through some alternative methods to actually watch a couple of these shows. But more specifically, I'm talking about Dandadan and Ranma Half. Two shows that I'm very excited to watch in the coming season. I think it's next anime season. I don't know when it's supposed to release. But ultimately, some of these shows have actually leaked. And apparently, and I didn't know this, but it says in this IGN article's title, apparently Crunchyroll was also affected, which I thought was like, okay, I mean, Crunchyroll kind of deserve it, but you know, it is what it is. So effectively what's happened is that Netflix is actively taking action against the massive animation leak, which saw full episodes of upcoming shows like Arcane, which I think a lot of people are interested in, after the release of Season 1, though I personally haven't seen it and I don't really care too much for it, but that's another thing in and of itself. Terminator Zero. Is that an animated show based on Terminator? Huh, interesting. Dandadan, which I'm very much looking forward to, Ranma Half, which I'm also extremely looking forward to, and more appear on Twitter, appears on Twitter and 4chan. In a statement provided to IGN, a Netflix spokesperson said the leaks were first reported internally prior to spreading online. Crunchyroll was also affected, seemingly to a lesser extent, as the premiere episode of Isekai anime ReZero also leaked. Okay, so just the first episode of the new ReZero season, which ReZero is like also another one that I'm very much looking forward to, so that's interesting to hear about. One of our post-production partners has been compromised, and footage from several of our titles has unfortunately leaked online, the Netflix spokesperson said. Our team is aggressively taking action to have it taken down. So keeping in mind that this message being sent is actually after the initial leak happened last week, and so this is really more of an update on what's happening. So we have Cass Chopper. I don't know who this is. Yeah, let's see what's happening here. So this is what's been leaked. So Anime News and Facts here, or at Any News and Facts, says following things released were leaked rather. ReZero Season 3 Episode 1, Dandadan's the first six episodes. I don't know how many episodes it's supposed to be. All the episodes of Terminator Zero, and it's supposed to be an anime. Okay, that's interesting. Ranma Half, which is the Mappa remake of the 1980s animation, which 4 episodes have been leaked, and Mononoke the movie. Now, which Mononoke are we talking about? Are we talking Mononoke the in the horror one, or are we talking about Ghibli remaking Mononoke for Princess Mononoke for some reason? Because if it's Mononoke by itself, I'm thinking that it's the show that's in the horror genre, so that'll be interesting. Other shows like Heartstopper Season 3, Gentry Cho versus the Underworld, and films like Plankton the movie and Spellbound have also leaked. So there has been a lot going on into here. Interesting. So things are actually a lot bigger than I thought. I thought it was I was kind of like leaning more into the animation side of things, but yeah, no, that's fascinating to see. Also, it is actually the upcoming season that these are actually airing on some of these shows. So like, yeah, the official release dates are like right here. So Ranma Half being on Netflix October 5th, which obviously I'm not going to be watching on Netflix. ReZero Season 3, which releases in October. I'm pretty sure that's actually going to be on Crunchyroll. And if it isn't and it's only on Netflix, then guess what? Alternative method there. Dandadan releases on Crunchyroll and Netflix in October. ReZero also premiering in October. So these are all part of the winter season. No, not winter. Fall season. It's because it's the other way around. Like right now it's winter for me, but by the time these air, it's going to be spring. So it is what it is. Plankton the movie. I don't actually know what the hell that is, so I'm probably just going to look into that a little bit later on. But yeah, so this is a massive leak, and Netflix has actually responded ultimately to the shows that have been leaked. Some of which are actually pretty highbrow stuff that has had a decent amount of excitement to it. Obviously for stuff like Arcane, Arcane is very much something that people are excited for. ReZero Season 3 is something that people are very excited for. I don't think a lot of people are going to be excited for Ranma Half because of how old a franchise it is. It's about as old as Urusei Yatsura, and I'm pretty sure its first anime adaptation must have been like in the 80s, similar to Urusei Yatsura getting its first anime adaptation in 1982, if I remember right, and then getting another adaptation now in 2020, and then it's now ended, so we're getting Ranma Half, which I appreciate. These really old, like, these not franchises, these series that are like 50 years old actually being released to us. Come to think of it, yeah, like Urusei Yatsura is almost 50 years old. Like, I think the manga released in 1977 or 1978, somewhere around there. So about, maybe not necessarily 50 years old, but 45 years, that's still fairly old. And I mean, talking about things like Devilman as well, like Devilman, I think was a manga in the 1960s, I want to say. But again, I just love seeing these old franchises come back because they actually do remind us of how things once were, and how sometimes, if done with enough quality and is good enough, still holds up to things, if not is better than some of the stuff that we get nowadays. But that might just be the old man in me, because I'm obviously not 40, 50 years old, so it's not like I've actually read the source material during the time in which it was in production. But it's a matter of it is what it is. But I'll be interested to see what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. This is a fascinating situation, leak that is incredibly massive, and I wonder what's actually going to come out of all of this aggressive action that is currently being taken by Netflix at the moment. And was Crunchyroll only just a little affected? But this seems to really just purely be on Netflix's end in terms of a my bad, if there is one. With that being said though, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it. If you think that I deserve a few bucks, you can toss them my way through my Patreon link in the description below. Subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming to hit 300 subs by the end of the year, and with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.